Hey guys, what's up? This is Insanity. Got a gameplay of Modern Warfare 2019 on PC. Modern Warfare 2022's full release came out, and of course I'm not playing it. In any case, this video is going to be a commentary review on Black Adam, the latest DC movie to come out. I have not watched much of anything of the canon that makes up the DC Extended Universe, or DCEU, and apparently they're dropping the E and just referring to it as the DCU, or DC Universe now, which is probably complicating things when you clearly have that label being used for all things DC in general. The DC movies I watched in a shared film canon include Man of Steel, both versions of Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad 2016, Wonder Woman 1, and both versions of Justice League. So in MCU terms, as much as people probably detest using that as a comparison, I've only watched the equivalent of Phase 1 in the DCU, and have not watched anything since. The last actual DC movie I watched is The Batman, which is not part of the shared canon, so Black Adam is the first post-Justice League DC movie for me. Why did I want to watch it? Purely out of curiosity due to the critical bloodbath it was given, not because I actually thought I'd be interested in watching a movie. Thankfully for me, I got to watch it for free, and unfortunately, it was due to me not exactly being in the best spot health-wise to actually go out to theaters to watch the movie. At least the movie is just only 2 hours, and I can pause anytime I want, so that's always a nice bonus. What did I think of Black Adam? I agree with the critics that it has a lot to be desired story-wise and script-wise, but it's not an absolute dumpster fire. There is a potentially engaging and interesting movie in Black Adam. It just revolves around a non-interesting character in The Rock. No, not Black Adam, it's The Rock, cosplaying as Black Adam, so for all intents and purposes, I will occasionally refer to Black Adam as The Rock. The reason for this is that the script and writing suggest that Black Adam is supposed to come off as a ruthless character who couldn't give two figs about other people as long as they don't stand in his way, but The Rock is too stoic and understated in his line deliveries. This makes Black Adam come off as a much softer character who, while not going around doing heroic things out of a sense of justice, there really isn't anything separating him concerning his type of behavior and the way a proper hero would behave. He mostly kills people, but all these people are explicitly bad guys who have occupied the fictional Middle Eastern setting of conduct to exploit it for its precious resource. There's a child who bonds with him in a manner similar to John Connor and Arnold's Terminator that The Rock opts to go out of his way to save later on in the film. His backstory is that he and his family were set to be executed by an unjust tyrant, and Black Adam gets powers to take revenge for his family. In essence, whenever The Rock isn't in an action scene, it's very hard to buy him as a ruthless character when the movie seems focused on making Black Adam likable and not really all that bad of a person. I've only seen one full Rock movie, and at least 2 animated movies with him in a voiceover role, and going off of those film appearances, The Rock can certainly be very charismatic and lively, as expected, for knowing how to be a hype man during his WWE days, but The Rock opts to strip that away in order to take Black Adam seriously, and ultimately, when you slot in a ruthless character like Black Adam, he just isn't as interesting of a character when there isn't anything around to challenge The Rock, be it physically or even ideologically. Only one main character has an issue with The Rock, but the script and the people in movie treat this guy as a tight ass whose strict moral code and heroic mindset is not that desirable or beneficial. In short, Black Adam seems to be all about how Black Adam, as played by The Rock, is awesome, the hero and savior the people in universe need, and you're wrong if you think otherwise. I find The Rock likable enough in the role, but he's the least interesting character in a movie that's supposed to be about him. In fact, I actually found the mother, the kid that bonds with The Rock, and the Justice Society of America to be the actual main characters of the film, with Black Adam sort of acting like Thanos from Infinity War, where the actions taken by the characters in the film revolve around him, only Black Adam isn't driving the plot like Thanos did in Infinity War. It's a real shame that the movie centers around them, because the mother and her son weren't great characters, and I really like the Justice Society and wish they were the main characters in their own film, not in a film about another character. It should come as no surprise that many people cite James Bond as Dr. Fate, their favorite, if not best part of the movie. When he's not in action scenes, James Bond comes off as a warm yet weary character who's lived a longer life than he really wants and opts to see that the best situation unfolds for everyone. I also liked Hawkman. I did find him too much of a hard ass, but he's genuinely heroic and his strict moral code and stance on killing stood out. You see him go out of his way to save even some of the inner gang members when they were being interrogated by the Rock was a refreshing sight to see. While not all heroes are shown killing on screen, Hawkman is the one hero character to explicitly state he's against killing, and then is actually shown going out of his way to reinforce his mindset. Shame that he's in a movie with The Rock as a leading man, where The Rock can't be made to look less than awesome, so the movie takes a dump on Hawkman's character every chance it gets. Cyclone and Atom Smasher are the newbie suit team and are just there mostly for action scenes. We do have some cute moments together, but naturally the veterans of the GSA get the screen time for good reason. All this could easily be avoided if the GSA were in their own film, where they could be fleshed out more and get a more interesting story surrounding them. It's hard to say if they'll show up again, especially since Black Adam is doing nearly so-so at the box office. I did like two things concerning Black Adam. The first one is a twist that Black Adam was never even given powers in the first place. It was his son who proved worthy, and went out of his way to stand up against Kahndaq's oppressors, and opted to transfer their powers to Black Adam in order to save his life. The other is that a lot of the lines in the trailers were seemingly contextualized as generic badass lines uttered by Black Adam, but in the action movie, the lines are recontextualized as Black Adam having doubts about himself and his overall role in the grand scheme of things. This provides Black Adam with a little more nuance than stoic, ruthless, anti-hero badass. It's still not enough to make him an interesting character for me in the end, though. All in all, if you're watching Black Adam, just turn your brain off. A 6 out of 10 for me. That's a gameplay and commentary. Hope you enjoyed it, and Insanity is out.